Hello guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. All right guys, so we have an article here regarding Verizon and T-Mobile. The article is brought to us by Fierce Wireless, our good friends that we get a lot of our news resources from. Author is Monica Alevin. Link will be down below in the description for you guys. So Verizon snaps back at T-Mobile over phone unlocking. All right, Verizon apparently doesn't care too much if T-Mobile U.S. acquires Kayana Corporation, its Mint Mobile and Ultra Mobile properties, but it does care about how Verizon's handset unlocking policies are portrayed in public regulatory matters. Last month, T-Mobile and Kayana representatives met with the FCC and presented them with a list of arguments why the deal valued up to $1.35 billion should get approved. In the presentation, T-Mobile said its acquisition was a lot easier case than Verizon's acquisition of TracFone Wireless, which closed in 2021. Both transactions involve acquiring an MVNO, or mobile virtual network operator. T-Mobile's presentation about Kayana included a reference to Verizon's commitment to extend its 60-day unlocking period to all 700 MHz C-Block devices, which were purchased from TracFone and activated on its network. But Verizon argues that handset unlocking was never an issue in the TracFone proceeding. No commenter in that proceeding raised handset unlocking as a concern, Verizon told the FCC in its July 11 filing. In fact, the matter only came up because Verizon, as a licensee of 700 megahertz upper C block frequencies, is subject to the Commission's open platform requirements applicable to the spectrum block, including a limited ability to lock handsets. Verizon automatically unlocks handsets after 60 days, the most consumer-friendly arrangement in the industry, the carrier stated. It's worth noting that Verizon secured approval from the FCC in 2019 to lock all new phones for 60 days after purchase to help fight identity theft and handset-related fraud. That's tied to 700 megahertz of C-Block, upper C-Block licenses. So after the 60 days, Verizon will automatically unlock the phone, regardless of whether the device is fully paid off or not. So, regarding its acquisition of TracFone, Verizon extended its 60-day unlocking policy to TracFone and all of the brands associated with it, including Straight Talk Wireless, SafeLink Wireless, and Simple Mobile. That was considered one of the public interest benefits of the transaction. TracFone previously had a 12-month handset locking policy. T-Mobile, like most other wireless carriers, has a much more restrictive locking policies that limit consumers' ability to switch carriers or devices, Verizon told the Commission. It locks its postpaid customers' handsets until the devices are fully paid, up to 24 months. Prepaid customers must wait 365 days after the device is activated on T-Mobile's network, and customers are limited to device unlocks per 12 months. By Metro, T-Mobile unlocks handsets Metro by T-Mobile unlocks handsets every 180 days, which is true. According to Verizon, which linked the unlocking policies of its rivals, Mint customers can request a device unlock only once per year and only after the device has been active on the network for 12 months. Ultra Mobile customers must request handset unlocking after their devices have been active on Ultra Mobile for at least 12 months. So it is odd then for T-Mobile to draw attention to Verizon's unlocking policies in support of its request for streamlined review of its transaction, the carrier wrote. If T-Mobile plans to commit to more pro-consumer unlocking policies similar to those that Verizon makes available to its customers in the hopes of receiving streamlined consideration, it should specify the details of such a commitment in a filing with the Commission. Otherwise, Verizon's pro-consumer unlocking policies are of no relevance to this transaction. According to T-Mobile's device unlock policy page, a postpaid device must be paid in full and have been active on T-Mobile's network for at least 40 days before it will unlock it. Unlock promos. T-Mobile made a big deal out of phone unlocking policies during its Phone Freedom on Carrier event in April, but most of its wrath was directed at AT&T. T-Mobile announced it would help AT&T customers leave the carrier by paying off their devices, their phones or contracts, and accept trade-ins of locked devices. Carriers unlock policies of no interest to people who looking to switch, not only among the big carriers and MVNOs, but the cable companies that are ramping up their mobile promotions. Today, Comcast marked its third annual break free from the Big Day 3 spiel, where it says it makes switching easier for 1 in 5 Americans looking for a new mobile provider. So, enough of that. But basically here, yeah, it's trash talk coming out of T-Mobile. They're basically, it's nasty, okay? There's no other way to put it. It's unprofessional, it's nasty, and you're making enemies. And you know what? It's not necessary. You can get your point across without throwing your fellow carrier under the bus, okay? I know it's a competitive thing, and they're trying to act like they're better than Verizon, but dirty way of doing things. There's no need to, their name shouldn't even come up. It's a complete different subject. Like Verizon says, I agree with Verizon on this. It's dirty talk. T-Mobile is just looking for every excuse to get what they want and to throw someone else under. The thing with T-Mobile is they do have this arrogance about them that they're the best. Now, hear me clearly. They're a very good network, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. You didn't have to do that. I don't agree with it. I think it's a little, vulgar in my opinion. It's bitter. It's a bitter attempt to throw Verizon under the bus to try to make themselves look better. So basically, they're trying to say, look, we're not as bad as these guys. Just sign off. Agree. Give us what we want. It's childish, in my opinion. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, guys, there's the article. You can find a link down below, like I said, in the description. Be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.